How's it going?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great too. Thanks for asking. What's on your mind today?
I just want to have a conversation with you using the English language because it's our activity to talk with an AI or digital assistant or anything related that can help us communicate or communicate in English to better improve our English speaking skills.
Absolutely. I'm here to help you practice and improve your English speaking skills. What would you like to chat about today? We could talk about your day, your interests, or anything else you'd like.
I actually don't have anything in my mind right now. Can you recommend some?
Sure. Here's one. What's your favorite way to relax after a long day?
Let's have another question.
Sounds good. What's your favorite thing to do on the weekends?
Another one again because you already asked me that one also.
Alright, how about this? If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Another one. We're also done talking about that.
Okay, here's another one. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
Also that we're done talking about that. Like, can you ask me questions that are commonly used or asked in a pageant?
Okay, here's one. What are your plans for the weekend?
What the F? My plans for the weekend would be, just staying at home and getting some rest.
Sounds relaxing. Do you have any hobbies you enjoy doing in your free time?
I actually do love playing online games when it's my free time.
That's cool. What kind of online games do you usually play?
Well, I do play Mobile Legends.
Mobile Legends is a popular game. What heroes do you usually use?
What did you say?
I was just curious about your favorite heroes in Mobile Legends.
Wait, let me get back to you later. I'll just pause our conversation. Yeah, let's continue our conversation. Let's continue our conversation.
Hey there. Welcome back. What's
Yeah.
on your mind today?
Can you ask me some questions like not the basic ones, like a more deep or professional questions?
Alright, here's one for you. What are some of the biggest challenges you think society will face in the next decade?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think the biggest challenges that the society will face the next decade would be climate change, because as we are now currently experiencing or witnessing climate change, and a lot of people are still ignorant about this. A lot of people are still not doing or doesn't know how to take action or take care about our environment, but instead they are still continuing to do their bad ways, like burning plastics, not segregating their waste, and polluting the air, the land, and water, and many other human activities that damages our earth. So, if the people of the present are still uneducated, I believe we could do some seminars or conduct some activities or organizations, or yeah, like seminars,
I
so that
completely agree. It's frustrating when people don't seem to care about the environment. Education and awareness are definitely key. Seminars, activities, and organizations can all play a big role in helping people understand the importance of taking care of our planet.
yeah, that's nice.
Absolutely. Seminars can be a great way to educate people about important issues. Maybe you could even organize one yourself someday.
I hope so.
Yeah, that would be a great way to make a difference.
Yes, very, very good way.
Absolutely. It's a great way to spread awareness and get people involved.
So, are we just gonna stick to that conversation or topic? Like, let's move on.
Sure thing. What do you want to talk about?
You could ask me some questions, it depends on you, but don't ask me the common questions or the basic ones because you're already done asking me those questions.
Okay, how about this? If you could go back in time and change one thing, what would it be?
If I could go back in time and change one thing, I think that would be really fighting for the rights of the Filipino because we all know that Filipinos or the Philippines were colonized for 333 years by the Spanish. So a lot of slavery and a lot of maltreatment were done in that past in those years. So if I could go back in time, I would really put my efforts or my heart into really defending our nation.
That's a powerful sentiment. It shows a deep sense of patriotism and a desire for justice. It's admirable that you feel so strongly about your country's history.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. So, where do you want to go next with our conversation?
Well, you can ask me another set of questions.
All right, let's try this one. What's a skill you'd like to learn and why?
The skill I would like to learn would be cooking. Why? Because we all know that every day we eat, and for us to be able to eat a good food, we need a good cook. So, if I would have to learn a skill, that would be cooking so that I can cook very nutritious and delicious foods that will serve as a fuel in our body so that we can do our daily tasks completely and with good energy.
Definitely. It's a skill that keeps on giving. You could even start a food blog or share your creations with friends and family.
Yeah. So, what's up? Let ask me another question.
All right, here's one. What's a book or movie that had a big impact on you and why?
What did you say?
I asked, what's a book or movie that had a big impact on you and why?
I actually don't read a lot of books and I'm not really into reading, so I'll go with movies. So one movie that impacted me a lot was a movie called The Seven. Oh my gosh, I forgot the title. I think, but it was a Korean movie, but I'll just pick another one. So I think it would be. I don't actually also watch movies, so I don't really know.
It's okay to not know. We can always talk about something else. How about we try a different topic altogether?
Yes, that would be great.
Great. What do you want to chat about? We could talk about your favorite hobbies, or maybe something you're curious to learn more about. It's
You know,
totally up to you.
just keep on asking me questions.
All right? Here's one. If you could have any animal as a pet, what would you choose and why?
Ooh, that's a nice question. If I could have
Thanks. I try my best.
I think it would be a horse. Well, we cannot really consider a horse a pet because it's a big one, but if possible, I would love to have a horse as a pet because they are smart and then I could use them as a mode of transformation, and if I am riding the horse, we could create a bond together, me and the horse, and create a good time together. And at the same time,
That's an interesting choice. Horses are definitely majestic creatures. It would be quite an experience to have one as a pet, even if they're a bit unconventional. I can imagine the bond you could form and the adventures you could have riding together.
yeah, it's very nice.
It sounds like you're picturing a scene straight out of a movie. Have you ever ridden a horse before?
To be honest, no.
Ah, okay. Well, maybe someday you'll get the chance to try it out. In the meantime, we can always imagine what it would be like.
Okay, we can end our conversation now. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. I enjoyed our conversation too.